life, sex, goals, and oh, hell knows, this is Midlife Craving. I can still taste her cherry chapstick. Oh man, so much has happened since my last episode. Holy fuck, let's get right into it. Before I do, I just want to say the feedback for my show has been absolutely overwhelming lately. And I fucking love you guys, my cravers. Thank you for riding shotgun next to me during this wild time in my life. It also means so much to me to hear that, sharing my story, my lessons learned, and even more fun, my sexcapades has helped you in one way or another. That's my purpose, and it just feels really good to be making an impact. It's time for my 5-minute orgasm. My 5-minute orgasm is when I unload all of the recent shit going on in my life. And the last week, I've had great sex with my 2 men, and I kissed a girl. Let's fucking go, baby. God, where do I even start? I've been seeing Dr. B pretty regularly, and we are having a whole lot of fun with each other. Our new thing is nooners, and God, I fucking love them. I manifested this. I said, 2 or 3 episodes, I was like, I want, local D, nooners, morning sex. Thank you, universe. All right, back to Dr. B. It's so nice how close he is and how, we can get together midday. I mean, talk about like a midday stress reliever. I want to talk about our time together the other day because it was really hot as fuck. So I allow myself into his house and walk up to his bedroom. He has a very nice, cozy place, by the way. And oh my God, his bed is so comfortable. It's funny because every time I go over there, I just throw myself on it. Anyway, so I walk in and his sexy ass is standing there and I notice there's porn on the television and I'm like, I like that. So we're kissing and I'm rubbing his thick cock through his sweatpants and he's grabbing my ass. Oh, I love how he does that. And we make our way over to the bed and I drop to my knees. I really love sucking his cock. I think I love it so much because he loves it so much and he gives great feedback and all kinds of pleasurable noises. I love that. I also love the challenge of it because he is so thick. He makes me gag and I don't like to gag. It's like I have a love and hate relationship with that actually, because it's I like the challenge and I like that it makes me gag, but I also hate it because it's a challenge and it makes me gag. I don't know how to explain that, but it is a lot of fun. I don't know. We are both just really great at playing together and sucking his dick is always so much fun for me. Anyway, so that's going on. And finally he's like, it's time to get fucked. I slide my pants off and hop on the bed. My legs are wide open and he's like, wow, that's a wet pussy. I just love how vocal he is. So he starts going down on me and Dr. B, he's great at eating pussy. So I'm enjoying myself. And I look up and I'm like, oh yeah, there's porn on the television. And so I'm enjoying that. So I like watching porn when I'm masturbating. So I'm like, oh my God. So I'm watching that and I'm so fucking turned on. And I came really hard, really fast, faster than normal for sure. And as soon as I did, he starts fucking me hard. I'm sorry, but there is nothing better than getting fucked after I come. And he knows that I like it like that. So my legs are together. Up over his right shoulder. I love that because it's super tight and he gets really deep. And then, it was just so hot. He's given me all the eye contact. Dr. B gives great eye contact. And I told him, I was like, I want you to come all over my face. So he pulls out, I move down and he comes on my lips. And then all of a sudden it shoots across my face, into my hair, on my shirt, in my eyelashes. He was like, oh my God, even he was shocked. And it was so funny. But I was thinking to myself right afterward, I was like, oh my God, my ass has to go back to work, So I'm toweling off. I'm in the bathroom cleaning out my hair. And I'm like, wow, I am really messy. I had to wet it down, brush it out. It was hilarious. But I go back to work and my hair started to get it started to get crispy. Something about Mary. Do you remember that scene? Her bangs standing straight up. And I was like, oh my God, but it was worth it. It was fucking hot. And what a great nooner that was. We really have been having a lot of fun together, and I love how free and open we are. Like our conversations, I feel like I can say anything to him, and I think he feels the same about me. We share everything and we're very honest about it, and I love that. He actually messaged me the other night and he was like, I got you something. He got a thrusting dildo and I am so excited. He was like, you can fuck this while I fuck your face and it'll be like, like a threesome. And I was like, oh my God. God bless you. God bless you. Like I haven't had that. I haven't been like fucked and had a cock in my mouth. So I'm getting really excited about this. Me and him talk so much and we share so much. I was like, look, we need a to-do list. And I want to take a moment because this is a really good tip. Just the tip. I want to encourage you to do this with your partner because I feel like it's a really great way to spice things up and keep track of desires and, talk about it. And what a fun resource to like have like a to-do for date night or, something just to try that week. So in my notes on my iPhone, if you don't have an iPhone, I'm sure there's like a notes app where you can share them with your partner. I wrote a bulleted list of our to-dos and I shared it with him. So here's what's on the list. By the way, I named the list Dr. B's waiting room. Okay, so the first one is sex swing. He and I have already looked up in my ceiling. We found a joist. I bought the swing, so I am super excited to install it. It's going to be so hot. I can't wait. Oh, check that off the list. The next one is glory hole, followed by lunchtime / no talking / quickie / rape fantasy. I think I've talked about this before on one of my episodes. Like I want to come over there in the middle of the day. I want to walk in. I don't want him to say anything to me. I want him to slam me up against the wall, pull my pants down just enough, so he can slide in and then like put his hand over my mouth. Don't let me talk, make me be quiet, fuck me like that, fill me up and then shove me out the door. I don't know why. It just sounds amazing to me. So I want to do it. All right. So the next one is fingering in public, attend a lifestyle party. I'm going to give a shout out to Kat and Ams at Two Hot Wives podcast. Put me on your list. I want to edge him. I want to make him come with just my tongue. I have on there MFM, FMF, I want to fuck on my patio. I want to do role play. I want to do parallel play. The bulleted list is getting longer. I want to use my remote vibrator out in public. And then this one we just thought of last night. I want to watch a movie. Like I said, his house is so cozy. So I want to watch a movie fully clothed and tease each other and see who breaks first. Like, I just think that would be a lot of fun. So make a list, share a note with your partner. Feel free to steal things off of my list and send me a DM on Instagram and I'll let you know what else I've added. And I'll also share my fantasy list and start something like this with your partner. It's a great way to spice things up. We share the list, we can check things off, make additions, and it's just a lot of sexy ass fun, 10 out of 10, recommend. All right, let's get into it. I kissed a girl. Oh, shit. Here's how it all went down. Okay, so last weekend, Baywatch came over. Oh, he came all right. And we caught up. What I really like about him is how great we get along. I've said it before. After chatting, laughing, listening to great music, we got to fucking. Of course, I began by putting he really does have like a beautiful cock in my mouth. And I just have to say something, he is so goddamn good looking. Like I love looking up at him, at his beautiful blue eyes when I do it. I really adore how handsome he is. We take our time with each other and I like that. Something that Baywatch does that is so sweet and lots of fun too is he teases me. Like he kisses me all over, everywhere but my pussy. And it's like really fun and playful. And he kisses me everywhere except for my pussy. And that's like the only place I want him to go. So it's like a lot of buildup and it's absolutely fucking adorable and very sexy. So he's fucking me 7 ways to Sunday. And I told him, I wanted a facial. So he's fucking me hard. He's standing off of the bed and I was like hanging off. So when he was ready, I like dropped to my knees and assumed the position. He came so much all over my mouth, my chin, down my neck, my tits. It was a lot and it was extremely hot. We got cleaned up, dressed, and we actually went to go meet Uncle Mo and some friends. And we were like 2 hours late. So we're all out. We're having so much fun, right? Like I said, Baywatch, he just fits in. He gets along with everyone. And we were playing songs at the bar. Uncle Mo and I were like doing like, we've been learning like kid and play dances and stuff. It was so much fucking fun. And we started like playing one of those, those like large size Jenga games. Oh, and darts. Like, we were just like having so much fun. And it was at this point of the night when, shit just starts to all blend together. You know what I'm saying? So we're over there playing Jenga, and all of a sudden, this cute girl comes up to me and she's like, "Are you Adrienne Hollister?" And she was like, "You have a podcast?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "I'm a huge fan of your show." And I was like, "Oh my God, like, wow, like, nice, And her boyfriend like waved over at me, and I was like, "Oh, hey, I think I know your boyfriend." And so we're all talking, and this is again like when things just start to get blended together. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, Uncle Mo told me that Baywatch did some like crazy karate chop and like took a single block out of the Jenga tower without knocking down the entire thing. Like it just like collapsed one level, and they're like, "You fucking missed it." Our other friends are throwing darts. And I just remember like being all up in this girl's face talking about life and her job. And she just kept saying like, "You're so beautiful." And like take a sip of her drink. And she's like, "I think you're so hot." And I was like, "Okay." And she was like flirting heavily with me. And I was wearing like a crop top sweatshirt. And I remember like her hands on me, like up my shirt and stuff. And I was like, okay. Now listen, I have talked so many times about how I am not into women. Like women are just not my thing. Nothing against it. I love men and I love cock. But I was seriously fucking attracted to her. It honestly, I was a bit taken back about how much I was attracted to her. Next thing I know, like Baywatch is over next to us and talking, and we're just like, she's still like just saying how hot, she thought I was. And then I was saying like, "I think you're hot too." And then all of a sudden, like, I don't even know how it happened. Honestly, it was just like, "We should kiss." And I remember being like, hell yeah. And I was like all in, and we fucking did it. So we started kissing, and it was really nice. I mean, making out actually. I remember she had like really soft lips, and she was a very sensual kisser. And we also kind of had our hands all over each other. It was wild. And by the way, this is all happening in the middle of the bar. Like when you're drinking and all of a sudden your area, like around you, like you have like that square, like your personal space square around you, and that's like all you see. That's what was happening to me. But I know, because this place is not that big, that everyone could see us. And Baywatch, her boyfriend, and her boyfriend's friend, they were like circled around us with front row seats. I remember we broke away from each other, and I remember I was like, "Oh my God." I was like, "Oh my God." Like I was so shocked because I was just like, I'm making out with a girl, and I fucking liked it. And I'm so fucking turned on right now. Also, side note, it's really fucking hot that just a few hours before, Baywatch had like come all over my face. And now here I am making out with this chick. Oh my God. We actually went back for a second round, and it was hot. Like I remember her like backing up, and I said to her, I was like, "Oh my God, my pussy's so wet." And she like stuck her hand down her pants. Mind you, this is the middle of the fucking bar. And she was like, "Oh my God, I am too." Oh my God. It was out of control. And we made out again. I liked it again. I'm not going to lie. I'm just like, oh my God. It was so funny because the next morning I woke up to Baywatch singing that Katy Perry song. He was like, "You kissed a girl and you liked it." Oh God. It was a lot of fucking fun. And yes, I did. I feel like Pandora's box has been opened. There's been like a key that has like turned a door, and the door has just been opened. It's almost like that scene in Wizard of Oz where it's like, oh my God, like everything's in color now. Like shit, like I'm open, like I'm wide open. So the next morning we had a great time as usual. Baywatch and I had mimosas. We blasted music. And yes, he played that fucking Katy Perry song. We ate breakfast and hung out, and he's really a lot of fun. He went upstairs to take a shower, and I sat there just feeling so fucking happy. I know I'm wild, and yes, I'm experimenting and doing things I never in a million years dreamed of, but holy fucking shit, like I'm so free and I'm so happy. This is me right now living my motherfucking life. And I'm so proud of myself, and I'm soaking up every goddamn minute of it, let me tell you. Wow. Okay, so that was a lot. I mean, my life has been a lot, and I'm having so much fucking fun right now. Let's wrap up this 5-minute orgasm and get this episode started. It's a celebration, bitches. Zach is back, and we're having a little party.
A little bit more than a little party.
Before we get started, now that you're back, because you haven't been on the show for a while.
I honestly was feeling a little abandoned. I was about to file in court and say reckless abandonment.
The first half of this season has fucking flown by. I mean, yes. Goddamn. I mean, I feel like life has just, since the Bahamas, life's been really wild. It's flown by. I can't even believe it.
I feel like this whole year has flown by.
Yeah, it has.
Everything has just been so up and down, and nobody knew what the hell's going on. And
I know. It's wild out here. Okay, but let's talk about our story today.
Yes.
I'll let you...
So,
well, I just told everyone about, my experience, my afternoon delight with Dr. B. So I didn't share this yet, though.
So Adrian and I are very similar in a lot of ways, but we differ mainly in self-care.
Forms of self-care.
So today, Adrian, I thought very innocently, Facebook messaged me. He's like, "Hey, I got a facial today." I'm like, "Oh, that's great. I had one on Thursday." She's like, "Oh my God, you did?" I'm like, "Yeah."
No, listen. So I sent you. I was like, I just left Dr. B's house. I looked beat up. My hair was all wet because it was like fucking. There's cum everywhere all over me. And I go,
but that's Adrian's normal state, though.
I go, tell me you just got a facial without telling me you just got a facial. And you were like, "Oh my God, I just had one too." And I was like, "Oh shit." I was like so proud of you because I was like, "You're branching out. Like, good for you. I'm so proud of you." And I was, because, you say you don't like cum, you don't want anything to do with cum. So I was like, I literally was like, I was like all happy for you. And I was like, I'm so
I was like, no. I got an actual facial from a spa.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
I was like, why are you proud of me? I do this every month.
Listen, for me, getting fucked, that is self-care for me. Getting a facial, getting cum all over my face is self-care.
I mean,
for
it's
me.
supposedly good for your skin. Maybe that's why you always have that dewy glow.
And I mean, it's so funny.
Yours cost you your dignity. Mine just cost me a couple $100.
I'm like sitting here because like when cum drop. Well, you don't know because you're not into that. But
I mean, I've had cum on me. I just choose not to have that as a common experience.
Oh, that's my favorite thing. Okay, but I can like feel as I turn. I still
you're a little crusty.
Yeah.
So the episode title, Something About Mary, 2021.
There is no shame in my game. I actually put on Instagram today because I was like, I went back and my hair is like a little stiff, like Cameron Diaz bangs. And I was like, fuck. And of course, the moment I walk back in, someone's like, "Hi, question." And I'm like,
you're like, how
wiping my lips.
You?
I'm like wiping my lips and shit. I'm like, like doing the neck thing where I'm like stretching my neck because it's like all it's not that sticky. It's just
tell me if you have a really bad case of eczema and your neck gets it really bad.
No, I mean, I will say this though. I do feel like unless you shower, you're always going to find cum somewhere. You know what I mean?
Not if you finish in a towel like an adult.
No, that is such a waste to me. You're going to finish inside of me, on my face. Anyway, look, we're going to go off again. Okay. So what I want to do today, I want to reminisce a little bit here.
A little stroll down memory lane.
Yeah. Because I was thinking it's been exactly a year since you came over here and it was just me and you, and we were piecing together my first episode.
I got to witness the shit show at the very beginning.
Oh, yes. And I was like, I had no clue what I was doing. And I remember I recorded it in a bunch of different bits and pieces. It was so choppy. And if you listen to my first episode, I apologize. And I put a comment in the show notes and I was like, hey, like the editing gets better, But I remember I was like cutting and pasting. Then you were like, "Adrian, you need to do an intro." And then we got music. And then I went downstairs and I was
we spent like an hour listening to a bunch of really random free source music on YouTube. And I was like, this sounds like some bad 80s porn music. Go ahead and use that.
That music, I knew right away. I was like, this is it. It's just so crazy how time flies, when you're having fun. And it's been a year of a whole lot of fucking fun.
Yes.
All right, so let's get this party started. I've decided to answer my most popular questions over the last year. So Zach, it's going to kind of be like you interviewing me. I know you're good for the job.
Yeah, I mean,
you got this.
I'm the only one of us who's not nervous doing this.
All right, Cravers, are you ready for this? Let's get it on. My favorite thing to do.
let's see if I'm ready for this.
Okay.
So I thought it would be fun if we did it. Well, I ask you the question, then I answer how I think you would answer it. Since I am your gay husband, I should, a little synergism, I should know.
Let's do it.
So the first question, when are you starting your OnlyFans? I think it's right after your daughter graduates high school. It's going to be OnlyFans Granny Edition.
Shit, I'll still be fucking.
How about that? You keep it right and tight, and ain't nobody know you're 47.
Oh my, I'm 40 anyway. OnlyFans, I'm not against OnlyFans. In fact, I talked about that hot video that I made between Dr. B and I with the milking table. It's amazing. And honestly, Dr. B would be a great partner to have on an OnlyFans page. I mean, we would kill it.
Yeah, I could see like him in a mask and just...
No, he would show. I'm sure he would. Show. I think he would.
You did say he is a grower and a shower. So.
He is. Yeah. Okay. He also has, I really love, he's a beautiful man. He's great to look at. And he's like all about eye contact. I'm thinking a lot about him because he fucked my brains out this afternoon. Thank you, Dr. B.
The carpet under our feet are sopping right now, guys.
Basement's flooding again. You want to hear something? Yes. Oh my God, this morning, I shouldn't say stuff like this, but you guys know how I do.
Yeah, because you are so demure and
I woke
reserved.
up and I was charged up. And I was literally, I couldn't keep my hands off of myself. So I was driving to work today. I sent him a little video and I was like, look how wet my pussy is. I was like, oh my God. So I'm like fingering myself driving down the road. But then I'm like, fuck, I got to like get myself together because I'm not going to see him until noon. I'm like, God damn it. But it was hot today. I'm not going to lie. Okay, where were we? Sorry, I'm thinking about getting
when are you actually going to start the OnlyFans?
No, I was going to say, I'm not against it. I can't. I just can't with work and... It's not even about that I would be ashamed. A lot of people say to me, Adrian, what about when your daughter finds out about your show? And I'm going to keep it real with her. It's not like she's not going to know what dicks are and pussies are when she gets, her own phone one day. And like the kids are talking about it. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
So, middle school.
She's what, 9? That's when I started watching porn. Like my friends
I had my first
dad's porn and yeah.
I had my first orgasm at the age of 9. Okay.
Me too. Yeah.
So boom. So it's like, I'm not ashamed about it. I will keep it very real with her, but I can't do it because of work. And I don't want to lose my career over it. But I'm not against it. I'm not ashamed about it. I think anyone that does it, I don't judge them. But
for $99.99
per month,
show Snapchat you once a month.
Nope. Nope. All right. Next question.
I definitely know the answer to this one.
Okay.
Panties or no panties?
Come on.
# team barebacking. Yeah. Like full on no panties. Like camel toeing to the max. Like everything just out, just flapping in the wind.
I just want to sing, and I'm free balling.
And they
everyone just turned their radios down.
And that's when the lights went out in Georgia.
I know I can't sing. I feel like I've been singing a lot on the show lately, but fuck it. I don't care. That's how I want to express myself when I think about, going commando. I'm free balling all day, every day. I highly recommend it, by the way. It's just more comfortable.
There's things that get tangled up on my side.
Well, everything's tucked in really nicely on me. I don't have anything hanging out. So it works and I'm very comfortable with it. I don't like, I wore thongs for a long time. And I mean, that is like basically something up your ass, but I don't know, like when I was doing squats at the gym or on the spin bike, Katina's the one that got me on it. She was like, quit wearing underwear. This one lady at the gym goes, it's a hole. It's got to breathe. My God. Anyway, so always free balling it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No underwear lines, no problems. And I'm just so comfortable with it. So, all right.
Shocking. When does your first threesome go down? I think as soon as you find the second guy. Like,
I know, I do.
I'm thinking within a fortnight. Like, I'm thinking like the next 4 to 6 weeks.
Ooh, okay.
Well, actually, I'm hoping that for you.
Thank you for that. I will say, you are
taking a break coming up. I mean, you have a lot of extra time.
Yeah, right. I want to do MFM, that for sure. That to me is the ideal threesome. And, Baywatch and I have talked about it. It's a lot to orchestrate, to be honest with you.
With schedules and all that. And
I know. So, I mean, I kind of feel like, Dr. B is very interested and, I just had my first little experience, it was funny. What did I say to you? I was like, I'm a lesbian.
I was like, I've kissed plenty of girls and I'm not straight. fucking basic.
No, but I
white
will say
bitches.
it's open. I'm open. So I will say this.
Well, Kat and Ann's might have a good.
You know,
hookup.
they are, yes, and they're gonna invite me to a party. I'm gonna go and I will experiment. So I don't know. I could have my first orgy before I have my first threesome. We'll see.
But what if you had a
TBD.
threesome that turned into an orgy? Then you can just 2 for 1 at the same time.
I mean, I'm saying, and then all your dreams come true.
and you don't even have
If you
to
wish
have
upon a star.
You don't have to have an OnlyFans account. Just a paid for podcast where you go into great detail about all that, and they'll
Oh,
never
yeah,
see
that's
anything.
an idea. There you go.
I'm a fucking business mogul.
All right, Miss Jenner. That bitch works real hard, don't she?
Amen.
Oh my God.
Favorite episode, the one that got deleted.
I know. What, that was like episode 6, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
My favorite episode was actually the Cat and Ann's episode because it was.
I know.
You were like a kid in a candy shop for the first time. Like you're
I
like,
was
I'm
literally-
so excited. I just can't tell me more.
I was literally in a candy shop. Okay.
Yes.
I had sex swings
Take me
hanging
to the
above my
candy
head.
shop.
I had dildos and vibrators and every fucking sex toy you can ever imagine. I was in a red room of pain. I mean, I was, oh my God. Like, I mean, nipples were hard the entire time. Pussy was wet. I was on fire in there. I adore
I
them.
could tell.
I'm going to record with them. I believe over this break, I'm going to record with them again. So I'm really excited to see them again. My favorite episode though, I think was episode 19, my 38-minute orgasm, whatever. I don't know. I
every
feel like,
orgasm you ever recorded.
no, I feel like my first episode of the second season, I changed after that. You know, I did my 60-day no-D diet and then I got stuck in the Bahamas, and that 2-3 week break really changed me, I feel like. And I feel like that episode, I don't know, I felt like a new person. You know, I went through all that stuff with Prince Charming.
And it was some stuff.
It was some stuff. And
Hey, Prince Charming's friends.
yeah, right. And I don't know, I feel like I was finally healed and free. I'm not perfect. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I was finally healed and free. And I feel like I can hear it in myself in that episode.
Yeah.
So, episode 19, I feel like my favorite episode
Fuck
of
me,
me,
then
myself, and I.
Fuck me then, I guess. Okay. What's your kink? What do you crave? You crave the dick and your kink is breath play.
Ding, ding, ding. I mean, that's really easy.
You guys really
But-
ask this question? I mean, she says it in every episode.
I know. Well, a lot of people ask me these questions on Instagram and on TikTok and stuff. So I just went through and all my most popular questions, I wrote them down. Breath play 100% is my kink. But also BDSM. I mean, I'm really branching all out. I will say I don't kink shame. I say that all the time. So I'm just open. But breath play, I love it.
Hey, Mr. July.
Mhm. Yeah, he taught me that. He's definitely the one who got me into that. What was the other one? What do I crave?
What do you crave?
Of course,
D.
dick. Yes. You know, I think I said to
D.
Katina recently, I was like, I gotta tighten my shit up, man. I was like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm a little out there. And she was like, just find balance, you know? But it's like, I've had
But that's
so
not who
much
you are.
sex.
You are like always, whatever you
I
are, it's
know.
100% in.
I know.
Even if it's a bad decision, like, I'm going to make this bad decision the best one I
Oh my
can.
God, guess what Uncle Mo said about Buck Murphy's?
What?
This is because, you know, that's where I kiss a girl. Okay. He goes, cold beer, good chili, and bad decisions. I was like, that's
that
the
does sound
perfect
like a
fucking
tagline for your life.
I mean, it's perfect tagline for that place. Anyway, go ahead. All right.
Okay. How do you suggest spicing up your sex life? And one thing that I remember you had said when you and Prince Charming were going through a lot, where you said, have sex anywhere but in the bed.
That is an excellent way to spice up. That's how I spiced up our sex life, I feel like. But I've grown.
Well, especially because it took him a little while to get more comfortable outside of that.
Right. I mean, yeah, he was vanilla. There's no doubt. But
He was warm clean before they put the vanilla in.
oh man, I don't have. I mean, but I will say though, he would throw down like every now and again. I'm like, God damn, like, let's do that every single time. You know, it's okay. I'm not knocking him. I mean, I will say this: Prince Charming to this day is still one of the best kissers I've ever had. I mean, he was a very good kisser.
But what set of lips?
I know. What? Listen, I don't want to. That's, you know, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm not here to look back and shame people. So I'm going to move on from that. But
That's what I'm here for.
I ain't looking back. As Uncle Mo would say, the, you know, windshield's way bigger than the rear view. Okay. So what was the question again?
How do you suggest spicing
Oh,
up your sex
yeah.
life?
Okay. I love this question. I will say number one is communication. Like, have you told your partner what you're into?
Multiple times.
I mean, like I'm speaking to you, but also I feel like sharing experiences, like, Dr. B last night and I, cause we both have like a lot of things we want to check off our kink list. I mean, he's installing the sex swing. There's a lot of things
finally getting the sex swing.
I'm so excited. He actually
3 years.
I know he found the joist. He was like, this is perfect. He's very handy, so I'm like, cool.
Handsy.
I know he's great. So I said, like we were just talking and he sends me this. Oh my God, I have a story. All right. So I never even told you this. Oh my God. So last night he was like, hey, he was like, cause he's like, I know you want your MFM. He was like, but he has to work up to that. So, and I appreciate him even being fucking open to it. He's like, I just got to get it. I got to get up to that. Okay. But he's like, but in the meantime, he's like, I can put this on my power drill and like, it will. Listen,
I already know exactly what he's talking about.
So he sent me the link on Amazon. He's like, we can do this. And so then he starts sending me videos. But that's another tip I was going to say to spice up your sex life is share porn with each other. Show each other what you're into. And then, use your words and communicate with your partner what you want. And also, I think, playing games and stuff like that's a lot of fun and doing these kind of things. But I got to tell you the story. So Dr. B is like here, and he sent me these videos, and like this one, oh my God, this girl was like, it was like, I mean, I was like, oh my God, like I was like, I can't handle that. I was like, I need like setting 1.
See, that's why gay guys are just better at this because like there's a whole like kink universe where guys are just getting pounded by power dildos.
Would you do that?
I'm not really a bottom though. So
oh
no.
Right. Okay. I like to get fucked, but I mean, even for me, I was like, okay. But so he sends me, it was like the other one was, I swear to God, here's the title of the video. Sawzall dildo fucks so-and-so's wife. And I'm like, okay. So I'm at the gym. So I'm like, shit, I got to rush and go get my girl. So I like go, I get her, pick her up, whatever. Oh my God. So it's sunk to my Bluetooth. And so on my screen, it says, Sawzall dildo, and she's like, "What's a sawzall?" I'm like, "Oh!" So I like her.
But I love that. That's
like,
the question.
I know she didn't ask me what a dildo was. I don't think she. I don't know what was happening, but I was like, "Skirt!" And I sent Dr. B a photo. I go, "Look what fucking popped up." And it was like we were almost home, so it had been sitting there. She's probably like, "Sawzall dildo."
Teacher, guess what I read?
Yeah, you know what? Lauren and I talked about that a couple like early episodes about making sure your Bluetooth is just, rookie fucking mistake, But I want to mention another great way to spice up your sex life, and that is with sex toys.
Yes.
Be open to sex toys. And I swear by Rosie, Captain Morgan, Moby.
Can I just say, when you did the episode about Rosie and you said, I finally learned how to speak whale, I had to almost pull my car over on the side of the road because I was laughing so
funny.
hard.
I know. I love that fucking thing.
I want a clitoris just to...
So you want to know, you want to have a little fun fact, spoiler alert?
Sure.
When I did my sex toy episode, I had Rosie in here because I was letting people hear the pulses. I was so turned on, I laid right there on the floor and...
I thought it was sticky when I walked in here. Getting nasty.
I was like, I can't help myself. I was like, I'm just going to do this right here. Like, I got to get this. Because she was just tempting me with her pulses and stuff. I was like, I'm not walking out this door without getting it on.
I don't think it was the kissing the woman that was a gateway. I think Rosie was the gateway to kissing a woman.
Maybe.
She was the first lady in your bed.
You're right. Yeah.
I know.
But then I have Goldie, but I just want to say, so you can go to my website, midlifecraving.com, and get links to all of these toys, and over at adamandeve.com, you can buy everything. I just bought my sex swing from there and use the code Cravers, CRAVERS, and get 50% off one of all their items, 3 free gifts, access to 6 movies that you can share with your partner, and free shipping. So that's code Cravers, CRAVERS, at adamandeve.com. Sex toys are a huge way.
What to buy.
Yes.
What to browse. Go and look.
Also, get a cock ring. I'm swearing by cock rings, man.
So do you prefer like a rubber or a metal?
I haven't used Dr. B. I don't know. Rubber. I really like it. I really, really do.
I'm just not sure how you get like the cock through the metal one. I understand.
I've never seen a metal one.
The balls, really?
I've used the vibrating one with Baywatch. I like the regular ring though that Dr. B uses. I don't know. It almost like it like makes it bigger. I mean, he has a huge cock.
Well,
to
it,
begin
it
with,
does.
but
It
brings
keeps
the blood.
yeah.
Right, right. So I love it.
It's like a penis pump without
I
all
love
the work.
I love everything about it. So all right, next question. That's a lot.
So, completely switching gears.
Mm-hmm.
How tall are you?
5'7". Everyone asks me that, and I'm 182 pounds.
How tall are you in your knees?
Cut it in half. Everyone's always like, how much do you weigh? How old are you? And what's your, how tall are you? Whatever. And I used to be so ashamed of like how thick I was and stuff. And I'm like, fuck that. I don't even
You're
care.
all tits and ass. Like,
thanks. But I mean, I'm curvy, but I'm tight. You know what I mean? Like you smack me in the ass all the time.
I do.
Hurt your hand.
It slaps back, guys.
It does. All right.
So, speaking of curves, how big are your titas?
Wait, is that your question?
No, that was an Instagram question from Zach's Curious.
36 double D. You would think bigger, but they're not. They're very firm. Yep.
No, that looks right.
Yeah.
Biggest turn on.
Okay, what do you think it is?
I think before sex, to get you ready for sex, oh my God, a cleft chin and a scruffy face.
I do love a butt chin, and I love a scruffy face. You're right about that.
And a bald dick. But fully clean shaven, no hair.
These are a lot of turn-ons. I'm going to tell you something. My biggest turn-on is not physical at all. It's confidence. I love a confident man. For me, confidence in and outside of the bedroom. Not cocky, but confident. Especially in the bedroom. I like someone who's confident and throwing it down.
Knows what they're doing.
So confidence.
Yep.
But I like all the things you said too. So
I think my biggest turn on is be somebody who's really smart and witty. Not like not rude, not like a goofball, but who's like really, really smart and really funny. I find that very attractive.
I do love a good sense of humor too.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Do you crave toys or the D more? I think you crave toys when you don't have the D, but if it's between the two, the toys go in the volcano and you're saving D.
Absolutely. Yeah. There ain't nothing like the real thing, baby. So I love my Captain Morgan.
You like domestic cleanup afterwards.
I do.
I always tell my straight friends, like, just get a vibrator. It's all the fun with none of the mess. But
I like the mess.
Half of your fun is the mess.
Yes. So yeah, absolutely. D is greater than toys any fucking day.
I feel like that's
like a math equation.
I feel like that's your next. You're like a T-shirt, like D greater symbol and a bunch of toys.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I need royalties from these. This is now the second.
Okay.
Okay. How do you deal with the stresses of life while maintaining a positive attitude? Masturbate.
Oh, I like that.
You got to get that poison out.
Didn't you send me a TikTok where that girl was like, I'm freshly manicured, pedicured, and masturbated?
It's like I'm caffeinated.
Masturbated. Yeah. That was funny. I'm caffeinated and masturbated and ready to go. I love that. That is, that's not what I was going to say.
But where's the lie?
No, it's so fucking true. All right, so jerking off for sure. But I love this question. And I feel, what it really comes down to is having a really good support system around you. Uncle Mo and I talk about OQP, and every fucking morning I text with him, and me and him are doing this new thing now where we like send a photo of each other, like fist bumping each other, like in my rear view mirror.
That's so like bro.
I know.
That's
my brother.
Oh,
that's my fucking brother. So every morning he every day kick the day in the dick. And I always remember you can restart your day at any time.
Yep.
So even though you have a rough day, I had a wild morning and then I reset my day after Dr. V. There's
so
just
that falls under the whole masturbation thing.
True. I will say if I'm not caffeinated and masturbated, I am a bitch. You're right. I got to get it in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're like a dog in heat when you go on
like this morning I couldn't take my hands off. I'm like, Jesus. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I'm not driving on the way to work. It's like 6:30 in the morning. I'm like,
that's one way of
rubbing my
with
clit.
traffic.
Shit, right? Yeah. So having OQP, good support system around you, and just always trying to find the brighter side of things. I know it's hard to do sometimes, but
I always say being happy is a decision. You have to work for it. Yep.
And you can't control the waves, but you can learn to surf.
Yep.
So and get there because your happiness is you're exactly right. It's up to you. It's your choice.
Exactly. Fave place for your partner to finish. My answer for you is anywhere but my eye.
That is it's my exact fucking answer. Anywhere but my fucking eyes. Which, by the way, Dr. B today got a little bit on my eyelash. So like I'm at work and I'm like, blink, 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 blink. I'm like, damn. And like one of them was like really stuck together. But my eye was closed, so that helped. I don't like it come
I should
eye,
give
man.
you safety goggles.
I know. I've worn glasses and gotten cum all over them. It works, but
No,
you
but
know.
like, you know, like the high school chemistry goggles.
Oh yeah, or
that-
goggles, yeah. Mm-hmm. But
Sexy.
then I don't know. I love a good facial. Like
I
Baywatch
know, me
came.
too.
Baywatch came all over my face on from an esthetician. Baywatch came all over my face on Friday, and I was just like, I love it.
And she hasn't showered since.
Right. But I did go out afterwards with dried up. I love it, and it's also like my little secret. I love it.
It's
Okay.
not really a secret if you go out looking like a glazed donut.
You know what? Well, I wear it proud.
New king, glazed donut.
Krispy Kreme.
Right? I don't know you want to be called crispy.
Yeah, true. Go ahead.
Okay, only 2 more questions.
Okay.
Have you ever fucked a guest?
Oh God.
And I'm going to say yes.
Uh-huh.
At least twice.
No. No.
More?
You think I fucked one of my guests twice? Or you think I fucked 2 guests?
I think you fucked at least 2 guests or at least 1 guest more than once.
No, but I have fucked 1 guest before.
Oh.
And I'm not going to say who it is. It's really easy to narrow it down. But yeah, I can't lie. So yeah, I have fucked a guest. And you can have fun guessing. I'm never going to tell.
So this is the cost you're going to die and you're not telling this secret?
I know, right?
But the cum in the eye story. The place is getting caught in the carpet.
You want to know what it is for me? I don't want someone else's secrets to get out. So if it's my secret, I'm all out. I'm like out there. But
that is true. You're very respectful.
I am.
What is yours, and what is ours is
Yes,
ours.
yes. And I ask, Dr. B, and there's things Dr. B and I have together that I don't talk about. There's things that Baywatch and I have together that I do not discuss. So I have that respect level for sure. Trust me, I'm warning a brother. Okay, like Warner Brothers, you're gonna get that with me.
Well, you kind of have to, especially if you're having more of an open relationship and then a sex podcast.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I know. What a good life, by the way. What a great time to be alive as a woman with a pussy right now. Like, I'm living the dream, baby, let me tell you. Go ahead. Sorry, I had to take a moment of gratitude.
Okay, last question, and this is probably coming from TikTok. I'm assuming.
Okay.
What's your best just the tip?
Okay, what do you think? What do you think it is?
There's been a couple that you said. I like the one where you did the pasta on that count as like when you're pulling this. Look at me.
Oh yes.
I like
touching
that
the egg yolk lightly instead of pushing it in. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think I have to think about it.
I have a lot of tips. I love my tips. One of my best tips.
Which, by the way, I did actually join TikTok, so I do now follow you.
Yes.
And finally, the old curmudgeon has joined Facebook.
I absolutely love TikTok. I mean, really.
I'm a little addicted to it.
I know.
That's why I didn't do it, because I knew I would always be on it. And
at the beginning of the show, I talked about how much I loathe TikTok. I want nothing to do with it. I think I had 8 followers. I was like, big fucking deal. And I just couldn't figure it out. But I did. And I found ways.
Is what you're saying?
I figured it out. I found ways to manipulate their algorithm. I found ways to manipulate their censorship. And I've been having a lot of fun. And I've met so many fucking people off of TikTok. It's not even funny. And a lot of my listeners are from TikTok. And I fucking love that. Like, welcome.
A whole new market.
And my TikTok followers are awesome. They engage with me. It's my favorite thing is if you follow me on TikTok, which is at Midlife Craving Podcast, go to my comment sections. The comment sections they're worth all the reads because I'm famous for my clapbacks. Like this bitch was like, Adrian, sex is supposed to be cherished between a husband and wife. And she was like, shame on you. And I wrote, have I just been saved? I'm like, oh my God. Like,
no, I actually had that happen. Me and
What?
my boyfriend at the time were coming out of a grocery store.
Mhm.
A guy pulls up in like an orange hunting vest. It is like 1999 Honda Accord.
Mhm.
Rolls his window down. He's like, "You two have been saved today." It just drives off. I was like,
fuck.
I don't know that I feel saved, but thank you.
Well, I got saved last week too because when I found that anonymous letter on my desk and it's like, Adrian, you know, if you let God in your heart, I'm like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Not today. Not today, you know? So yeah, what were we talking about again?
Favorite tip.
All right, so back to my favorite tip.
I got it.
Okay.
I think I got what your favorite tip is. Lube.
Oh,
Specifically Astroglide.
I love lube. I love
Yes,
Astroglide
yes.
too. You know, but so many people have Cat and Ams were like, I was like, wow, that's a lot of lubes. I need to branch out and try more. But why? Like, I love how it doesn't smell, it doesn't taste, it's not sticky. You know what I mean? I love Astroglide. I love lube too. Great tip. But I think my favorite tip is for oral sex. It's start with variety, end with consistency. I feel like that tip has helped the most amount of my followers as well. So for me, that gives me pride. I want everyone to have better sex and great sex, you know? And so just learning that little simple tip of like start with variety and at the end, you know, keep it consistent at the end. Like people are always like, that's so boring. Don't be consistent the whole time. I'm like, bitch, it's at the end. It says end with consistency. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. I feel like that's like probably my favorite tip that I've given so far. So yeah.
I can dig it.
That was a fucking blast.
It was.
Good questions. All right. So before we go, Zach, thank you for being the best gay husband ever and for being one of my biggest supporters over the last year.
Absolutely.
Seriously, it means a lot to me. I also want to take a moment to send love to all of my cravers and my closet cravers out there. You know who you are.
How you closet people? I know what it's like. Come on out.
You know, each and every one of you, during one of my most craziest years of my life, you guys have given me so much love and support, and it means the world to me.
It's okay, guys. The crazy years aren't going to end.
I know. Yeah, I mean,
every
really.
year is a craziest year
I know.
in Adrian's life.
This has been a very transformative. Is that a word? Transformative.
You were
year.
almost there. You had most of the right syllables.
Fuck, it's hard.
I mean, we are partying, so.
Yeah. You know, but this year I really found my purpose, and this show has really brought me back to life. I want to let you know that you are not alone in this crazy phase of life. It's okay to not be okay. And it's completely reasonable to want, expect, and crave more right now, especially sex. I mean, absolutely.
Who doesn't want more sex?
Let your freak flags fly, baby. All right, cravers. I'm going to take a little holiday break. I will see you next year on Tuesday, January 11th. I hate people say that, by the way, like, see you next year, but this bitch gonna see you next year. I know, that feels like forever.
But you'll still be on TikTok.
I know. Well, that's what I'm saying. In the meantime, follow me on Instagram at Midlife Craving and over on TikTok at Midlife Craving Podcast. I'll still be sharing my sex tips, and I've been going live on there a lot more too, which I've been sharing like my happenings. So make sure you're following me on there. You can keep up with me. You know, there's always something going on with me, and I like to share it on there as well. I've been doing like little stories and stuff, so I'm going to be keeping in touch. And you can also send me a DM. No unsolicited dick pics, though, please.
You can send those my way.
And keep in touch. All right, Zach, let's get out of here.
Yes.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals, and a Happy New Year, too.